Everybody, welcome back. We're so glad to have you with us for another video with our wonderful teacher, Marla Lawson. Hey, Marla.
Hi, how are
So,
you?
good. Excited to take a look at this hand. You told me you found a fun one. Just played randomly. Is this a random hand?
Yeah, I was just playing in a tournament on BBO with the robots, and I thought this one was a little interesting.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Oh, we're going in blind, guys. Let's get ready. Here we go.
okay. So
Every
it
hand is
goes,
an adventure, Marla. So lead us through this one.
that is true. That is very true. I mean, the reason I found this one interesting is in part because of the way the auction evolved. So let's see. So here we are in South, and
Yeah.
we've got, let's see, what is it, 16 points? And 6331 shape with a really nice heart suit. And it's
Yeah. Look at
three
that.
passes to us.
Yeah.
So we'll open a heart. And partner bids a spade.
Okay.
So they've got, at least four spades, at least 6 points. Well, I want to rebid the hearts.
Yeah, we
And
have we have more than five. We want to let partner know.
right. And because we got six hearts and we've got like 16 points, rather than just rebid two hearts, I
Yeah.
jumped to three hearts. And partner comes back with three no trump. Now here's the
Okay.
interesting part
Yeah.
because this doesn't look like a no trumpy hand with the singleton diamond.
No.
And so some people might think, oh, I'm just going to go to four hearts.
Yeah.
But I don't have seven hearts. I only have six.
Yeah.
And I was a little nervous. I thought, well, I'm going to trust my partner, even though it's a robot. And
Yeah.
sometimes trusting the robots is questionable. And I just chose to pass. I also thought, well, my ace, queen, third of spades should hopefully be useful. So I'll just
Right.
pass.
Right. So really, it's just partner hasn't responded to my hearts twice.
Right. And
Partner
as we
must have
see,
something somewhere. We know partner has something besides the spades.
yes, and thankfully they do have something of use in diamonds because that's what I was really worried about.
Wow. A quick question before we get to the play. Is
Sure.
there anything we could have done to let partner know about the spades? I mean, we only have three, but they're lovely. Do we want to explore to see if there's a spade fit?
I mean, yeah, actually, we do have a better spade fit than heart fit, don't we? Um, I don't. I mean, some pairs play where opener, that's me, could raise spades with only three of them, but
Yeah,
usually I think you only want to do that if you're really in a pinch for a better rebid.
yeah.
And having six hearts, I think I would always just rebid the hearts. Um,
Mm,
and that does sort of, because that also takes away the option for new minor forcing when I would have had
mm,
to rebid one no trump, right? So there isn't a good way for North to show that they have a fifth spade,
yeah.
especially when I take things to the three level.
Well,
So
folks watching, let us know in the comments what you might have done in this auction. And for new learners, if anything that we're saying feels a little confusing or anything like that, Marla teaches wonderful weekly lessons. You could really bring your bridge to the next level. Join her class. I'll include the link below so that you could learn more and even try a free trial lesson. Okay, here we go. Sometimes, yeah, we end in three no trump with a singleton, but
two
things
singletons to boot.
step us through it. What's our process now? We're
All
under
right.
trump.
Well, in no trump, I always figure you start by counting your winners. So we need nine tricks.
Okay.
And the tricks that we can take immediately, we don't have to set anything up, we don't have to take any finesses, is basically the ace of spades and the ace of clubs. That's two. So we need, oh, wait, no, I take that back.
Oh,
We have three clubs because we have ace, king, queen. So we have three clubs and a
right.
spade. That's four. So we need five more tricks. From
Okay.
whence shall they come?
Okay. What do you guys think?
Well, I mean, the next thing we look at is okay, well, what can we set up? And
Yeah.
we've got king, queen, jack, fourth of diamonds.
Yeah.
So at least two of those diamonds should set up
Yeah.
after the ace drops.
Right.
Um, I like the looks of the six card heart suit. We're missing both the ace and the queen, but and we can only finesse once because we've only got one in the north hand. But maybe something good will happen in hearts, and we can set the hearts up.
Mm,
And also, I'm not going to ignore the spade suit because that's our biggest combination, our 8 card fit, and we do have 5 of them in the north.
yeah.
So it'll be
So
a
this
little
is
interesting to try to set that up. But
this is what I struggle with no trump, playing no trumps, when there's a plethora of potential riches, but how do we decide which suits to try to develop?
right, that was my kind of conundrum here, and this is why I thought it was interesting, is because it sort of evolved as the
Yeah,
play evolved. So my first thought
yeah.
was obviously the hearts because that's the longest suit.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, all right, well, I'll win this trick in the north hand, and imagine my surprise when the 9 wins.
Mm,
I'll take it, and I'll play my heart, and immediately the robot takes their ace, which is a little suspicious,
mm-hmm.
but okay, well, I'm obviously going to play low.
All right. Why would East win that? Okay.
Yeah, they, well, yeah, and they can see the dummy because I'm in the dummy with all those
Right.
hearts. I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm not sure why the robot did what they did, but
Right. Let's
it's
remember it's hard to see in the shark interface. The south hand is the one that's visible. That's the dummy hand.
all right. So then they come back with a spade, and I could finesse the queen at this point, but I thought, well, there's no real hurry, so I'll play the 8, and of course lose to the jack.
Okay.
And then they come back with a diamond. And I said, okay, well, now, and I've got to watch my entries, right? Because
Right.
I'd like to set these diamonds up,
Yeah.
but I've got kind of one entry, and
Yeah.
that's the king of clubs.
Right. Gosh, if we lose our entry, that isn't that the worst nightmare when we do succeed in setting up some winners and then we can't get back to them.
Yes. So I played the jack, and it held. Okay. Well, at this point, I think I'm going to try to finesse the queen of spades because I don't have any more. I'm in the north hand. I don't have any more hearts.
Right.
Well, I can't take another heart finesse. So I might as well, you
And if we
know,
can get the king out and maintain that entry back to North's hand,
right,
hopefully we should be able to take advantage of them and our well, right, the ace of diamonds is still out there. That was neat that they held it. What about
right,
the king of hearts? At what point do we don't know where the queen is, but
right,
at what point, I mean, king jack 10 only missing the queen, what do we do about that? We can't, they're just sitting there. It's,
right. And this is why I said, like, think my plan sort of evolved because I thought,
yeah.
okay, well, I can still, I don't know that I want to cash the diamonds immediately, in
Mm,
part because I was like, well, then I have to throw away some of my hearts or something.
right.
So I thought, well, since I'm here, I might as well finesse the queen of spades. And oh, by the way, because the other way we can get an extra trick
Yeah.
from spades is if the suit breaks and we get a length trick.
Right.
So I try the queen, and of course, this finesse fails also.
Yes,
But
we do. So West had the king and the jack.
and the jack.
Okay.
But I was paying attention, and both opponents followed twice,
Yeah.
which means that the 5 missing cards break 3-2. So there's only one left, which means the other 2 spades in the north hand are going to set up. And so now I am abandoning the idea of cashing in on the hearts.
Yeah.
So I I cover the 10 of diamonds, and this one wins also. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking West probably has the ace of diamonds.
Yeah.
And now I cross back to my hand with the lonely ace of spades. I'm
Right? Get
saving
them
that king of
back.
clubs entry.
So those the
And
10 and the 7 of spades are now winners.
they're now
We
winners.
just need to be able
And
to.
so are the two clubs winners.
So are the clubs, and so is the king of hearts.
And the king of hearts. And I'm going to cash it right now.
Cool.
And look, West showed out. So that means like we started with 7, and so they broke 5-1. So East has, four more hearts, including the queen.
Yeah.
Well, there's no way we're setting that suit up. So I figured, okay, let's kind of cash out. And here's the other thing that you have to be very careful about with the entries. So I'll
Yeah.
cash the ace of clubs and
Right.
then cross by overtaking the queen with the king.
Oh gosh, raise your hand if you've ever been thoughtless in that, and you just put
Yeah,
you lose your entry at just as you cash an easy winner.
right. Okay, so now we'll take our two spades and basically give up the king of diamonds.
Mm,
And yep, we were right. West has the ace. So when we look at all four hands,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, that could have been a little dangerous. I mean, because I guess we could have continued trying to set up the diamonds, but if West waits and then they let the jack win, they let the queen win, and then they overtake the king with the ace, then they've also got the 10 and a couple more.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know, it's dangerous. There were so many different suits that we could have worked to set up
Right.
on this hand,
Right.
and some of them could have gone horribly wrong, like the hearts. Like we're missing not only the ace and the queen, but the 9 as well.
Right. Well, what really jumps out at me is this lesson. It feels like a fantastic lesson in the flexibility, especially when playing no trumps, that we need to have. If we just kept hammering away, we had our plan, set up that heart suit, we could have ended up in trouble. But to
Yeah,
remember, right, read the room, see what clues come out, and
read
be
the room.
willing to readjust the route forward while keeping track of the entries, or in this case,
Yes,
the entry, the lone entry, which we
right. That's very important. I've gotten stuck so many times and been like, Brat! I worked so hard to set this suit up and now I can't get back to it. But
Marla, can I ask a quick defense question?
sure.
So what was Wes doing holding on to the ace for so long, the ace of diamonds?
Um, that's a good question. You have to ask the robot. No, I'm guessing that they were waiting, just as I sort of described. They're like, okay, we'll let her take the jack and the queen,
Yeah,
and then when the king, although I guess they must have been able to suss out that their partner didn't have anything useful in diamonds,
yeah,
and if they waited until they could overtake the king with the ace, then they'd also have the 10 and like two other diamonds. They would have been able to cash a whole bunch of tricks. Whereas if they took the ace immediately and then played another diamond, we'd still have the king and the queen.
right, right. Oh, what a cool hand, Marla. Thank you for sharing that, for guiding us through it. Folks watching, thank you guys for watching. If you have questions, comments, share your thinking in the comments below this video. Let me also put up this is a URL where you can learn more about Marla's weekly online lessons at LearnBridge Online. Marla is one of the most loved, respected teachers based out of New York City, but teaching online. So wherever you are in the world, you can learn from her. We're sure lucky. Thank you, Marla.
Thank you. It was great.
Bye, everybody. Until the next hand.
Bye.